My name is Edgar Barraza. I graduated from the University of Denver in 2010 with a bachelor's in political science and international studies, and subsequently to that I took a 2-year break from my studies and entered also DU Law School. My siblings and I first migrated to the United States in 1998 as undocumented immigrants, of course, and we arrived in Denver in May of 1998, and from there it was funny because we thought we were off the hook because it was summer. But our mother right away enrolled us in the first English as a second language summer program. So we were not off the hook and we had to start right away. Our mother has always been the one that has pushed us, in education, as seeing education as the only key given our circumstance as undocumented students and as someone's of very modest means. We always, did our best and beyond. We had to work twice as hard as our peers, of course, because we also had to, chip in into supporting our family. So I worked at Wendy's, full-time while in high school, starting as a freshman, from 6 p.m. to 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. And that, after that I just after that I of course did my homework and sometimes did not get any sleep. That was a regular thing, that was part of my life. But I did that because I knew that education could save me. Education could be the key to accessing opportunity in the United States. Some of my teachers, said, "Oh, you're undocumented. You probably would have to just settle for, community college, any community college in the state." And I thought to myself, no, why should I settle for less? And DU was obviously the dream. My sisters and I participated in the DU Volunteers in Partnership program, Summerlink it was called. So we stayed at DU for a week during our sophomore summer. One of the ingredients into being able to formulate your dreams and being able to follow your dreams is seeing yourself in where you want to be in the future. And I think the VIP program, Volunteers in Partnership, really gave me that opportunity to see myself at DU. So it was a challenge. There was, as you can imagine, there's very few opportunities for undocumented students, as myself, to access a college education. Very few, no federal student aid, no state aid, no private loans from your local bank at all. So we were, limited to very few scholarships, and one of those scholarships was a NAGL International Scholarship. So that was a scholarship that was offered to 3 students, offered a full ride to 3 students to DU every year. That year, funding was only allocated to 2 out of the 3 scholarships. I cannot remember why. But although I was a finalist, I did not get one of those 2 scholarships. So as you can imagine, that my whole world came crashing down. And I just went and moped in the bathroom. But 5 minutes later, I picked myself up and went back into the high school counselor's office and told her what could I do, what could we do to make this possible. And she encouraged me to actually contact Mr. Rolf Nagel directly. And I did, so I wrote this heartfelt email to him and requested whether we could meet, and he very promptly and very, gladly accepted to meet with me. So you could imagine me, this nobody, as I thought myself back then, contacting, the DU trustee, that's what makes it so remarkable. And he ended up funding a full ride to DU. And I stepped foot in that university. I never felt like I was someone who shouldn't be there. I felt like someone who belonged. And the social justice community at DU really helped me feel that way. I was the first undocumented student to be admitted in law school in Colorado and to DU Law School. But I was also the first formerly undocumented student, also known as a dreamer, to graduate from law school and ultimately gain admission to the Colorado Bar. So right now I'm an associate at Rowland Braswell Fisher. It's a complex commercial litigation firm in Denver Tech Center. I think it makes me feel that everything was worth it. Every sacrifice that I made and that my family went through was ultimately worth it. And that there is promise still in America. The American dream is still alive. And I would tell all those students that are in the position I once was that to not despair. And that there is still opportunity in this country, and that if you put all effort into it and all that you can, you give it your all, you will be successful.